Now, oh, September 9th. So yes, add your WhatsApp to your laptop. I'm going to put that in here for anybody who's watching this. So Anne, if you're connecting with us next week, if you put your WhatsApp on your laptop, then you can access it quickly because I'll have it pinned to your just below your name. Okay, now I got to remember to say that later today. So, show of hands for those of you who've read the sections out in the book. Well, that's good. There's good information there, but we don't need to spend a lot of time on that. If you want to read more about Dawn, then you can go to the water bottle or the key, or maybe the home page has information about Dawn. And if you want more than that, then I guess I need to add something in the resource section. But he's been doing this a long time. And I think in the key training, I put a bit of information in there about him and about his 3 near-death experiences and how that changed him. And then he was just sitting there and with his wife and he was like, oh. And then he had this experience of energy. And so then all of that started to change. And then so he could feel people's points of resistance in their bodies. And so it sort of just kind of blew up, but it came from what he calls crushing the ego. So part of what we talk about is that, we're just a bag of water with electricity bouncing around and run by our reptilian brain. And if we trust that system, then we have a lot of tools. We have a lot of capability in being in awareness and so forth that we have shut down in our system in modern times. And what we really need to get back to is our feeling rather than our processing and thinking. So we don't want you to think today, sounds weird, but we don't really want you to get hung up on the details, okay? And so what we're going to do, so we just talked a little bit about the relaxation response, which is really breathing in. And the only thing I want to say extra about the relaxation response, whether it's here with the key, any of the stuff that we do, is you can take a deep breath. I found I've changed it now to saying, take a full breath in. Because it brings it in and you're not forcing anything. You take that full breath in and you'll find probably as you practice it, you'll start yawning more. If you've ever noticed Christy in the Zooms, okay, she's wild. We used to have Jonathan. He was like all over the top. And you'll watch me and I try to be a little select, but I'll be yawning when Don's working on somebody like almost constantly. And I find for me that if I get that yawn, a lot of times it's deeper. It feels like a deeper release, whether it is or not, I don't know. And also I'll sometimes have 2 breaths in. So the full breath in just opens the possibility, and then you're now going to feel a point of resistance somewhere, okay? And you've experienced this, so I don't have to really elaborate on. That's a little more for Anne, and she may have done that as well. If not, her and I will talk. So that's the relaxation response. The next thing is the cell phone. Have we done the cell phone?
The cell phone, no. When I was reading about it, I was kind of intrigued with
Yes.
the whole cell phone introduction.
So I know you muscle test, but for Anne's sake, and maybe she does too, but I really want everybody to learn to ask our body as a tool. And so I know you guys have your experiences too, but this is going to be my format because to me, it's also training our brain to be in awareness more. And it's about trusting that intuition. And not everyone has, been working with Reiki and all of those other things. So that's sort of my format. I've used my body as a pendulum, different things from different other modalities. But this one, I just believe because we can quantify it. So asking your body is just ask your body on a scale of 1 to 10. Most cases, it's 10 is the highest and the best, except for pain. Okay, so just check in with your body, no phone, no touching, and just ask your body on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being great. How strong do you feel? Get a number. Okay. If you got a number, that's all we need to know. What was your number?
I have an 8.
Wow. Okay. Now, that's good. I got a 7. But I've had weird sleep since Sunday.
I
Now,
was toying with, is it 7, is it 8? And I kept going to 8. So let's say 7.5.
okay. Judith is an excellent lady. When she started, she'd give me like 9.2. That just
Gosh,
cracked me up.
okay.
So you do you, okay?
Mhm.
Now, so we know we're in at 8 without the phone. Now, I want you to take the phone, pick it up, and put it like you're making a phone call like that. Okay? Leave it there and ask your body on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being super strong. And tell me the number you get. Scale of 1 to 10. You get a 4, 5. Is it greater than 5? Less than 5? Whichever way you want to ask that.
It really does seem less than 5. It's taken the frequency down.
Yes, yes. Well, that's, yeah. That's the whole point of this technique, Patty. Great. Yeah, because I want
I'm
you
learning.
need to be
Boy,
alone. But no, you don't want to be, but okay.
no.
That's okay. We're going to check at the end now. So now what I want you to do is I want you to hold your phone up to your ear. And I want you to concentrate on the phone because it's okay. So the phone is an electromagnetic field, and so are we. Okay. And they're not the same necessarily. And so that's interference, right? Causes stress on our body.
Yes.
So now what we're doing is we're going to adapt them. So we're not going to neutralize, because I used to use the word neutralize and Dawn would always correct me, but we're going to adapt it. And we're going to do it so that there is not that fight. Okay, so while you're holding it there, and I want you to take a full breath in, keep your eyes open, because remember, we're training the brain to do this automatically for us. Okay, so take a full breath in, feel it, feel that resistance. Take a deep breath. You got your full breath, now blow it out. I'm going to automatically, through this training, get you to do almost everything twice. Okay, at least at the beginning. So now take another deep breath in. Now check with your knowing before you take it away. Just check with your knowing. Is it less? You can ask your body, but is it less?
I don't feel as much interference after the
Okay.
breath. That's what I felt before with
Okay,
static.
so I want you then to, while it's still there, ask your body on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being no interference. How does it feel? Give me a quantitative number. It was less than
6.
5. It's a 6. Okay, so we're going to keep working with this a little bit. Okay, so let's take it, keep it there. Take that full breath in again, really feeling that energy doing this. Okay, just concentrate on it, breathe normally, don't stop breathing. Okay, now take a deep breath in, or full breath. Either one means the same. Okay, take a second. Now ask your body again on a scale of 1 to 10. Get a number to quantify what that resistance is. Is it less?
Seems to be working up to a 7.
7. Okay, so what I'm going to do is give you a little sample of torsion here. Okay, which we're going to go into in a minute, but I'm going to do it here. So when we do torsion, we're spinning one way and the other, right? But sometimes we say to the right or to the left. So I want you to keep the phone up, sorry, just a little longer. And I'm going to ask you to concentrate with a spin to the right, just spinning to the right, increasing speed and force. Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Take a full breath and blow it out. Okay. Now we're going to do that and we're going to spin to the left. So we're going to spin to the left, spinning, spinning, spinning. And blow it out. Okay. Now I'm going to spin just to give you the full torsion. You would spin to the right and to the left equally and simultaneous. So you're spinning both ways equally, just concentrating on the phone and your resistance to it. So we're adapting our two systems together. So spinning, 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 left to right, increasing speed and force. Take a full breath in. Blow it out. One more time. Full breath in, blow it out. Okay. So now ask the question, body on a scale of 1 to 10.
I would say that I'm more than 7 at this point, and
More
I'm
than 7?
feeling very little
Okay.
static at this point as well.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to now use the second part of this cellular, and we're going to take it and we're going to put it across your thigh, right? Just like this. Okay. Now we know where we're at already. So now what we're going to do is we're just using the energy of the antennas, etc. here. And so now what I want you to do is concentrate on that energy and the adaptation here that's happening. And okay, and I want you to take a full breath in, blow it out. And I'm going to suggest that we spin to the right. So get it going, spin to the left, spin both ways, pushing that torsion right through and adapting phone. Full breath. Okay, leaving it there. Ask your body again. Body on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are we?
Well, my thyroid really doesn't like the phone here. It
Right.
almost is giving me almost like a choking, like somebody's like squeezing my throat.
Yes, I'm picking that up.
Yeah.
Okay, so take a full breath in and blow it out. Get rid of it right now. One more. Okay. So now ask your body again. On a scale of 1 to 10, are you greater than 7?
Well, I'm probably a 7.
Okay. Okay,
Probably
take
a
it
7.
down. Take it down for now. Because everybody's a little more sensitive than others, right? And if you would have muscle test yourself now, take a full breath in, release it, let all that energy just move, right? Because it doesn't always initially release at the end of that full breath, right? Okay. So now what I want you to do is muscle test yourself because you can. And tell me if you're strong. And if
Yeah,
you,
I feel strong.
okay. And can you quantify that?
With a number, I feel more than an 8.
Okay.
I feel
Awesome.
more than an 8. Yeah.
Okay. The
The
residual
cell
would,
phone definitely had interference.
right. So this is the purpose of the cell phone technique. So to finish off this technique, basically what you're sitting in front of your laptop. Love it. Okay, we've just neutralized or adapted, I should say, your cell phone. So if we're being affected by the EMFs, right? Because that's what it is. What I want you to do, we're sitting in front of your laptop. You could touch your laptop if you like. And then what I'd like you to ask yourself on the energy of your laptop and yourself. Ask your body on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being no effect whatsoever. Give me a number.
Yeah, I'm coming with 5.
Right.
Touching it, I'm coming with 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what I want you to do is take that full breath in again, concentrating on that energy, and blow it out. Do it another time. If you show this to people, I automatically have them touch the things because some are less sensitive or more. And I also get them to blow it just twice automatically. Okay, now while you're still touching the TV or the laptop, would you please ask your body again and see what number you get? A scale of 1 to 10. Body.
I feel 7. 7's coming in.
Okay. So what I would do then, if I had a 7, I would take another, concentrate on it, concentrate that energy, and take another full breath in. Okay, my body went back. Okay, one more time. Just sit with it for a second. Breathe naturally. Now ask your body. What number did you get?
I feel like an 8. And when I was doing that, I was envisioning the torsion, at the same time as I was taking in the breath. And that was very effective in the
Yes,
release of the connection, so to speak, with
yes.
the electronics.
So, I mean, technically, if you want, we could do it and you could see if you, again, and you could see if you get a 10. That's up to you. So go for
That
it.
would be really cool, right? I love
Yeah.
perfection.
Oh, well, now I know that.
Yeah, today my whole head today was sort of off. So, clearing that
Yes.
as well, with this practice, just so you know.
Yes, we're gonna do that with the triad for sure. Okay. The congestion today. Okay, there we go. So
Yeah, it's definitely elevating. I'm gonna say I'm knocking on 9. I wouldn't go as bold to say 10, but 9
okay.
is pretty impressive.
So that's good. So we've done the cell phone and we've done your laptop. You can do your iPad or iPod. You can do your television for sure. Even the big screen. My daughter took the classes and she says, well, yeah, I know. She says, no, I don't feel weak. So I muscle tested her at that time because, it was a way for when you got somebody physical, if they're not experienced any of all this stuff, then it's a great way to fit them to feel it. Right. Anyway, so I said, okay, well, I want you to touch the TV. It's a 60-inch or whatever. And she touched it like she had nothing, right? No strength whatsoever. And so, of course, we do the same thing. So anything electronic, if you have, your router is close to where you work or anything, like Don, when I first met him, we were at his friend Jim, and there was a water cooler. So he's just trying to teach me about things that can affect me, like a sign, a picture, a sign, right? A logo. And so I'm standing in this cooler full of water and, healthy drinks. And so he said, are you strong or are you weak? I said, I'm strong. I put my arm out. Well, I wasn't because I was being affected by the electronics, the electricity in the machine. And so you can do your fridge, you can do your like I was renting a place in Puerto Vallarta and the power box was in the kitchen. Okay, so all of those kinds of energies are there. Later in our third level, we learn about energies in a building, in an office, in a room, when you walk in and you feel something's really off and
Yeah.
release it. Okay, so So this is, you can do anything like that. If you wear, this is not jewelry. I don't consider it jewelry, but if you're wearing a piece of jewelry, it could be a watch, it could be, one lady was there and she always wore a cap, like a baseball cap. And Dawn, we cleared the energy that's collected. Our glasses, do you wear glasses at all?
When I read,
Okay.
I wear yeah.
Okay, so Dawn talks about, so I better do this because I can't remember if Anne does. So our glasses are conduits and right by optic nerve, and I won't go into,
Sure.
the detail of it, but if you go to the bottom, the last chapter of the training manual, you'll see there's these other clearing things, okay? So you
I did
take
see
them,
that with the glasses.
right,
Yes.
okay, and you grab it, we've done it in one of the things, one of the other things, and you hold it, right? And it's the same thing, you're holding it. When you have them on your face, you just put them on your face and you check in and you'll feel that they're heavy. Okay, and then you take them off and then you hold them and you concentrate on them. And then you just take that, do the relaxation response. For me, I'm going to do them twice. Because as we walk along, as we're watching, as we're doing, as we're reading, there's energy collecting there. And so you need to do it on a regular basis. I guess ideally, once a day would be good, but sometimes we forget. So it's just there and it's another thing. And so you can use just the breath. You don't have to put your glasses on the shelf and, with the full moon on the windowsill, but you could just use the breath. Okay. So same thing when you clear the keys, you just put them in your palms and you clear it. Jewelry, the same thing. So that's that. Now we're going to go into the triad with torsion.
Okay, can I ask you one question before we move on?
Sure.
It just seems like for the last 2, 3 months, somewhere around 9, 10, when I'm in the living room and and it's quiet and before I go to bed, I'm doing my wind down or whatever. I can hear frequency in my living room, and I'm just wondering if is it 5G coming in? Those darn towers. Um, because I'm not physically hitting it, and that's what my intuition is telling me is the 5G coming in through my front. I got a big giant window in my living room, and it's always right around that time. Um, what
Mhm.
can I do to expand my energy to do this practice to release, or should it just be a visualization and work with it that
Okay.
way?
Give me a sec. Right. So once you do your TV, okay, if you have a TV in there, and all of your TVs. Anyway, so you've done that, and if that's not the thing, and it's coming in from the window, then I would stand there and feel it in my body. If there's one spot, if there's a spot that you can actually pinpoint, we're always saying pinpoint where is that resistance? Where does it feel like? Okay. And then concentrate that on that point. So you're trying to narrow it down, right? And then take it and then do the same exercise we just did. Take that deep breath in and just do it until you get your number is not a 4, your number is a 10, that you've cleared the resistance, right? That you've cleared it and your strength is better before you go to bed.
Yeah,
We had
because
a
it's
late,
almost like nightly I hear it now,
yes,
and it's been the
yeah.
last couple of months, and it's
And then you do it,
concerning.
and you may not have to do it every night because you're adapting your system not to be affected by it,
Right.
right? We had a lady in Privy in this huge complex, beautiful complex right by the ocean, and she was having problems with her parathyroid. And she had had one removed before. And eventually Dawn went to her house and there's electrical wires above and below her, right? Totally. Plus, she said she'd get mad at her husband every time she kind of walked into the, I'll call it I guess it was the living room, and it was across from the kitchen. big, this is a big space, but she said she'd get really bitchy. Because of this impact of the
Yeah,
TV. And it was like a 70-inch, TV. So
sure.
all of those things are around us. And so I had a lady in an apartment where there was a lot of electrical that came right up, but next to her unit that was for the building. And that made a huge difference. Okay, so use
Okay,
use your skill set, and then you'll know, is it lessened? And then you may
beautiful.
not have to do it every night, but you may have to do it for a few. Okay,
Yeah,
great
thank you.
question. I love it. Okay, now we're going on to, I'm going to talk a little more about torsion. I'm not going to explain it
Mhm.
because there's 2 articles in the resource section that goes into it more in the resource section in the website. One is Don's, he was using the architect with Robert Edward Grant. It's a different AI. And then there's one that I wrote years ago, which talks about Don meeting Dr. Claude Swanson, who was this was a scientific conference, and he talked about toroidal fields. And that was when Don really came connected to the point where he had a fractal being show up with him, and he said he was just like a basket case at one point, just because he saw something and it triggered a memory, triggered what he needed to know to go forward. So that one, both of them are in there somewhere. You'll see them, or I can send you the links if you can't find it. Anyway, that's really good to read about it rather than me try to explain it.
Okay,
So
thank you.
torsion is now part of everything that we do. Okay. Yin is torsion. It's the spin. We're going to use these words. Ultimately, I like you to you're going to spin one way and then the other way, but we're going to use right and left for starting. Okay. So full torsion is spinning to the right and spinning to the left. And then full torsion is spinning both ways. And we have most of our techniques are automatically, it's in there. Okay. So what it does is it rebalances us, because as he's told us before, if we're naturally, most of us spin to the right. Okay. And then few of us spin to the left. Did he tell you you were an alien?
No, I'm not an alien. I'm Yang.
Okay, so there was only a few of those. And I just
Yeah,
like,
there was somebody in one of the Wednesday classes that
yeah,
was, so I know
yeah,
what you're talking about. Yes.
yeah. And you can later on, you can check in with yourself, and if you're inside your body and you're sort of lining up with your chakras and not a particular chakra, you can feel
Mhm.
where that spin is, and we want it to be balanced, right? And so if we're wearing our keys, that helps us. So what we're doing now with the triad is we are going to balance our amygdala, our thyroid, and our adrenals, and reduce our cortisol and do all of that. Okay. So I don't think I have to talk anymore about torsion. I'm going to give an example on the first part that we work on, where we do it slow, where we go with the right first, and then we blow out, and then we do the spin to the left. For some people, if it's easier, we use the idea of like a cylinder. So we're going to use the center of our palm, right? And we're going to place that on our right temple. Okay. And so you've read about the amygdala and so on, right? So here what we're doing is we're putting the center of our palm, that portal, onto our temple, and we're sending that energy to our amygdala. So feel that just going. We're going to try it just without torsion first. Just concentrate that energy from the portal in your hand is running straight into your amygdala. Just feel it. Take a few seconds. Feel it. Feel it. See if there's any resistance. We didn't ask on this one, we'll ask after this one. But I can feel the resistance, whether it's yours or mine. So now what I want you to do is take a full breath in. And blow it out. One more time. Your hand away for a second. Can you feel a difference? A little difference. Yes?
There's a lightness, yes.
Yes. Okay, good description. I need to use that one. So now what I want you to do, ask your body, because we just played a little bit, ask your body on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 having no stress, no anxiety in your body. And you're going to get a number. Now, I still say, I guess this one you could say, okay, 10 is top stress. Let's use that. 10, this one in pain, right? Okay, so how stressed or anxious does your body feel right now at this moment?
No, I don't really feel a lot of stress. I don't feel like completely calm, but there's not a lot of stress. I'm going for, if you want to say like 10 is the maxed out, I'm probably a 4.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually I would say 10. Okay, 10. Okay, right. I would see. Okay, well, let's see what happens with that number. Okay. Because this is where we use the triad is when we have moments of anxiety. Somebody just cut us off in traffic. We've had a crazy day, nonstop. And we get home, what do? We usually sit in our favorite chair and our body automatic relaxes. So this is what we're doing. We're taking that relaxation response and we're now picking specific points because the amygdala kicks in if there's fight or flight and that sort of thing. Or some people say, oh, I don't have any stress. Well, we all have stress sometime, whether it's that day, another day, or in the middle of the night when you can't sleep. Something is going on. You can use it then, okay? So we'll stay with a 4. For me, if I used my number being, okay, a low number is where my body is not strong kind of idea, then I would say I was at a 6 because I was a little stressed about, new people teaching a little bit. Okay. And so, and Dawn was going to come and jump in it. And I was like, oh, because he always takes it another direction. Anyway, so with sitting with that. Okay, so now let's go back to that one because we're going to, this one I'm going to just say, we're going to just do without torsion, okay? Unless we got something and we can't get rid of it. Okay, so we're here concentrating on the energy from the portal going in through to the amygdala, feeling in there for any spot of resistance. You don't get a response or feel the resistance and you trust me and then you take it to full breath in and blow it out. Okay, so let's take a full breath in and blow it out. Now, if you had asked your body and you had a lot of stress, then you might want to ask. I wouldn't ask until I do both sides. In fact, we'll do the whole exercise probably. Take your hand away. That feels totally different than the other side for me right now. Now, what we want to do, we're going to just jump to the other side because I'm going to do this twice. So here we're going to do it just the simple way, and then we're going to add the torsion, okay? So now we're here, same thing. We're concentrating that energy from the portal going in right directly into the amygdala. That energy is flowing into the amygdala, concentrating on the amygdala, knowing that that is going to find resistance if there's any there. Take a full breath. Take another full breath. feel more balanced to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
very
So
much
you-
so. Yeah.
Okay, so, and they both feel a little lighter.
Yeah.
No matter what number we had, they feel lighter. Okay.
It feels lighter. Yes.
Okay, so now I think I'm going to hope with Anne, because she's not here, that she feels this, and I'm going to use the rest of the areas that we're working on with full torsion, just because that's what we're practicing here. So you take your right hand. Whoops, I'm not in the center. Where is there? So you kind of do, this is the motion. This is the position of the right hand spin that Dawn talks about. But you're just scooping, it's easier, but don't keep your thumb up, kind of, and just get as close as you can, the center of that palm, right, to the thyroid, as best you can. Okay, and sometimes if you don't hook your throat though, don't take your thumb and tuck it in. Okay, there we go. And if you need to, you can bring your elbow up if it's not painful. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're taking that energy from the center of the portal in their hand, and we're driving it into our thyroid. Sending it in there, checking our thyroid to see if there's any points of resistance. Whether it shows there or somewhere else in your body, doesn't matter. It could be over here or whatever, right? So just breathe and concentrate that energy flowing into the thyroid. You can picture the thyroid if you want. Okay, take a deep breath in or full breath in. Blow it out. Okay, now I still think there's something there a little bit. So what I want to do is I want you to think in your mind that you're spinning to the right. You got spin going to the right and you got it going to the left. So you're spinning both ways. Don't worry about this now if you're not catching that, just do the breath work, and then by the time we finish in this, you'll feel it. Take a full breath in. Okay. We used to just do the one, but I'm going to ask you, take that one away, and let's check with the other hand, because this is kind of like the Macarena. You do one side, the other side for both. Okay. So you got it. You're focusing again, and we're going to double check again. So now we're spinning to the right and spinning to the left, both ways. Spinning's both ways, spinning, spinning, spinning right into that. Breathing normally. Don't stop breathing. Right there. Okay, I don't know. Okay, I'm still spinning. We're still spinning and setting that energy in there. Take your hand away. I feel a little bit more relaxed overall.
You feel relaxed. Now, when I had my hand there, what was coming up was right back here.
Ah, you're
Right
at
here, right here
this?
for me. Yes.
Okay, well, let's both sides or one side.
Well, it was going straight across, like right through here.
Okay. So put your
Where I
hand,
was
put your palm there. Okay.
like it wanted me to do this.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, you can do it both, or you can just stick the one at the back. Okay, do that. Don't hook your thumb if you can. Okay, thank you. I know it's awkward. So
Yeah, it
now
is.
concentrate on both spots, front and back. Just breathe, consider it, try to feel that what you felt before. Spinning, I'm spinning to the right and to the left, equal and simultaneously, increasing speed and force. Spinning, 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 spinning. Take a full breath in. Spinning to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously. Checking in, see if you still feel some of that. Take a deep breath in. Take your hand slowly. Move your shoulders if you like. Does that feel better?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. So, wow. Now, so now we're going to do our adrenals, okay? And we might have more resistance on one side versus the other side. So if you take your palm again, I take this and I slide it down sort of my rib. And if you know where, you probably know where the adrenals are sitting. And so
Below the rib cage a little bit.
just a bit, yes. And so that lines up that center of the palm very close to it, okay? And so now what we want to do is we want to run that portal energy right into that right adrenal. Okay, be comfortable if you have to move it slightly or angle it slightly different. And now we're there. Okay, and so we're going to spin to the right, spinning to the right. I'm going to try something a little different here. Spinning to the right, spinning to the right. Stay with this. Stay with this. If you feel something, spinning to the right, spinning, spinning, spinning. Spinning, just breathing in and out. Don't forget to breathe. Spinning, 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 spinning. Okay. Take a breath in and blow out. Now, if you feel that need to blow out before me, please do so. Okay. Okay, we're still spinning on that right one. We're spinning to the right. One more. Interesting. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spin to the left. We're going to do it separately here just to see if we feel a difference. Okay, so now we're spinning to the left, spinning to the left on that same adrenal. Spinning, 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 increasing speed and force. Take a full breath there. Okay, we're going to continue. We never stop spinning once we start. Spinning, 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 spinning to the left. I got a little tingle there somehow, a bit. I don't know what that is, but that's unique today. Full breath. Now we're going to spin both ways and see if there's still a little bit of resistance. So I'm just showing you how you can play with this, okay? So now we're spinning to the right. Spinning. Now we're adding the left in, so we're spinning both ways, right on that same adrenal. Spinning, spinning, spinning to the left and the right, full torsion. Just spinning away, increasing speed and force, equally and simultaneously to the left and the right. Spinning, 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 spinning. Right there. Yeah, let's try a little more on that one, just to make sure we get everything out of there. So with the training, even if you don't feel it, no matter which technique we're doing, like now, if you don't feel it, blow out when I do, because again, that's training our reptilian brain to notice the differences, even if we're not as accurately feeling it. So now if you take your other hand, this one's harder for me, and you get it there and get it on, and Don will say you could move your hand 1/8 of an inch and you might get a better connection, but we're doing lasering the energy with our capacity to put it right where it needs to be into the adrenal. So don't get freaked out if you don't have some feeling. Okay. So here we're just going to go because no, let's see if it's different. So we have to spin to the right first. Spinning, 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 spinning to the right. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Take a full breath in and blow it out. That needed some prompting, I think. Okay, we're going to slow that down. And then I'm going to spin to the left. spinning to the left. See what happens there. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Take a full breath. That felt a little stronger, that left one, that left spin. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Okay, now we're going to spin both ways, make sure we get anything that's left in there. So spinning to the right and to the left, spinning, 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 increasing speed and force, spinning to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously. Spinning, 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 spinning. Okay, and I will take that away. Take a nice breath in, let it out gently. Give our body a second. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, can't remember, stressed, full of anxiety, what number do you get?
I'm like a 3.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We're going to do this one more time just for fun. Going with the full torsion, running through them. This is a good practice. We've got a few minutes. Once you learn this, now I want to talk about when you're sleeping. We're using our hands and we're putting our hands there right now. I want you to do that unless you are skilled in directing energy and doing stuff without putting your hands there. This is for everybody that's listening. And so you don't have to. If you can send the energy, right? Send that energy into this amygdala and not use your hands. You can do it that way. The next, not next class, next class we're doing chakras. And then the class after that, we're doing rotor rooter, where if we would have done that for your neck, we would have done the hands again. So I need you guys to trust your ability and whether you need it. So if you don't feel you need to put the hands up there, I do want you to keep your eyes open, Patty. Okay, Don will be telling you that forever. So, so remember, we're training the brain, and it's weird. But if Toby was in right here with doing this with us, he'd say, "Yeah, I didn't believe it, but after I practiced and after I got noticed, I could be in a room with somebody and I could feel that I would automatically let out. I would do a release, right? He would do the release, or even Don will say he's walking down the Melicon and he can feel something, and he'll actually clear people as he's walking. Like, he'll talk about that. But this is as we do this and train our system with our eyes open, because you can do that when you're walking. It's hard to walk with your eyes closed. It's just going to help the reptilian brain do its job, because it is that autonomic system, right? And so we're training that we don't have to think about it. We can just do it. And you'll find yourself yawning. In the evening, for me, and I have a massage chair. So I sit in my massage chair, right? And I find at the end of the evening, I'm just doing whatever I'm releasing. I don't know what the heck it is. I don't really care to know, but I'm releasing. And you'll find you're going to do that when you're sitting in your living room after you start doing some of the adapting. Okay. So let's do it one more time. You can do this once you train. It might take you 5-6 minutes now, but you can train your brain and you'll be able to do this in like 2 or 3 minutes. Okay. When I do it, if I can't sleep, there's some stress or some anxiety going on there from a dream or a past thing or whatever. And so I still, to this day, like to put my hands up. It's like self-comforting, maybe, I don't know, but I used to always do my hands up, okay, and put my hands where they were. And so, but the only thing, like I slide my hand, I don't roll over to get my hand on my adrenals because I don't want to wake up too much, right? Okay, so now let's do it top to bottom. Okay, we know you were at a 3. Maybe we'll get you to a 2, okay? And now we're gonna put our hand here. We're focusing in on the amygdala. Picture it, feel if there's any resistance whatsoever there. You may feel it outside, not in there, but let's just focus on that. And now we're immediately going to spin to the right. Get that spinning. We're going to add the left, spinning to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously. Spinning, 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 spinning. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Keep breathing. Don't forget. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Full breath. Blow it out. Spinning, 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 spinning. Give it a second. Take your hand away slowly. Bring it down. Now we're going to the other one. Spinning, 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 spinning. To the right. Adding the left. Spinning, spinning, spinning. To the left and the right, equal and simultaneously. Full force. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Okay. Take a full breath there. Let's just do the second one to balance it out. Spinning, 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 spinning. Take a full breath in. Okay, now we're doing the right cupping. Concentrating on the energy running from your portal in your hand into the thyroid. Think of the thyroid, concentrating on that. And we're spinning to the right. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Adding the left. So now we're spinning to the left and the right, equal and simultaneously, full torsion. There was a little more there for some reason. I mean, it could be mine. Okay. Take that one away slowly. Okay, and now we're doing this one. So spinning to the right, spinning, getting that going, adding the left in, spinning, spinning, spinning. People use different things to imagine the spinning. I had one lady said she thinks of one hula hoop going and the other going. Just a little one. Okay. So now, okay, now we're going to the right adrenal. And we're concentrating on the adrenal, picturing on top of the kidneys there. Spinning to the right, spinning to the left, equal and simultaneously with speed and force. When I used to start, I just did speed and force, didn't know how strong that was. As I got more and into some of the other techniques, I would go, okay, well, that was a 5. Okay, I'm going to jump it up to a 7 of intensity. And if it's something that's really bothering me, I'll increase it to a 10 of intensity. Pull it out. There's a little something, a little pressure, not much. Take a deep, full breath in. I don't know if you just felt your body relax. Take your hand away. And now we're switching over to the other side. Spinning to the right, adding the left, spinning both ways. Full, 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 spinning, 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 spinning. Nothing really strong there, but just, there's just a tiny bit of, maybe just likes it. Just likes to be stimulated. Take your hand away slowly. Now we did that in about 3.5 minutes. So in order Thank you. Maybe check in. You should check in, because if I don't tell you that, you need to remind me. Okay. I'm gonna check in. Body on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being terrible anxiety and stress. Where are we now? Give me a number. I get a 1 for me.
Oh, that's good. I don't think I'm quite 2, but it's definitely less than 3. Yeah.
Okay. And that just comes with practice, and maybe we needed to stay a little longer, but I wanted to show you the quick. Now, you're going to get a recording, okay? And in the recording, you're going to have that longer one that we did with the slow. And Don always says we can play. I'm an A-type personality, the little ever-ready battery. And so I like to just, get right in there, and I just did and do it, right? But play with it, especially when you are in a stress or have an anxiety, whatever it is. If you're worried about somebody, then you're going to be stressed, right? And I know we're all worrying about a certain person in our groups, right? So if you have it, when you're getting a little short in your conversation, somehow that you're being a little stressed or have some anxiety. If you're laying in the middle of the night, then you just do it, right? And you automatically do it, and you will go back to sleep. Maybe not the very first time you try it, but you will. Okay, so that's another way you can use it. And basically what we're teaching you here is that any spot that we've got in our body, which we've done in the key with the keys and different classes, when you use that breath, and now you're adding the spin in, especially if something gets stuck, and we're really going to go into that in the next week with the chakra balance, and then the rotor rooter for sure, and then when we do the heart and the digestive, which is, you've already experienced some of that. So that's where we're at. If you haven't watched the electric torsion or electric and torsion quick little video that Dawn did outside one day with a new person, it's in the document that I sent you, and just check that. It's like, if it's not even probably 5 minutes, 4 minutes, and if you or somebody needs to see that, then share that. It's in the open playlist. So I'm going to stop the recording here now. You can, and I'm going to be sending that out. Somebody's dinging away here. Stop the recording. So thank you for being here.